This is Dabu 7, and we are in the midst of a major water war that's going to feed into food and economic prices. It's going to affect everything. And as an update here, I want to share with you here some information coming from the farmers in Idaho that are facing getting their water shut off here and let you hear from them exactly what's going on here. And then I'll give some thoughts afterwards.
Hey, Christopher, do you see this?
See what?
Well, we just got our curtailment letter from the Idaho Department of Water Resources, and they're telling us we have to shut our 8 wells off.
Shut our water off? What for?
Oh, just a bunch of ridiculous stuff. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
So this is a letter that we just got. We didn't think we were going to be affected by this curtailment because most of our farm ground, all these sprinklers going back over here, most of our farm ground is surface water through canals. We do have 8 wells, but 2 of them are emergency wells. And I think we've converted, 2 or 3 more over to surface water. But we do use 3 wells. We use 3 wells to water our crops. So they want us to shut our water off. This is from the Idaho Department of Water Resources, and they want us to turn our wells off.
And it's not just us. So the Idaho water curtailment is affecting about 500,000 acres of farmland here in Idaho.
So the problem is, and why this curtailment is happening, is because down in Twin Falls, there's the Twin Falls Canal Company, and they were getting a little short of water. So in 2015, they came up with an agreement of how much water the well users, the groundwater users could use. So they were short 74,000 acre feet of water, and they were short that in 2021. So from 2015 clear up to 2021, we were putting way more. It was more than double the amount of water we were using. We were putting back in the aquifer. Well, 2021 came along and there was a drought. And that drought caused us to use more than we used the same amount, but because there was less water that year, it was a hot, dry year, we weren't able to put as much back into the aquifer, and that's when they were short. So 74,000 acre feet is essentially 12 and a half days of water in their canal. So this canal that's down there, it waters 200,000-ish acres, and I think there's about 5,000 customers. Well, because they were short 12 and a half days of water, they want to shut off 500,000 acres of water and 6,400 customers' wells. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Some would say that is very crazy. Others saying we are in a war, in a battle here amongst the people here in the United States, and this goes beyond the United States as well in terms of this water war. You just heard from the farmers there how they're battling people within their own state in different treaties and compacts that were put into place in modern times. Well, when it comes to the United States, all the way around, this goes back a long time, all the way back to 1944, I believe, where the United States and Mexico had a treaty put into place about water. And this treaty was supposed to be upheld by both sides. Around 80 years old, they say, this treaty. But with all of the droughts, similar to the situation they were just talking about there on the farms, whenever there is a drought, it plays big on the treaty. Because under the treaty, Mexico is required to send the United States 1.75 million acre feet of water every 5 years. Water that they get from the Rio Grande, which is renamed down there, I do believe, to the Rio Bravo. Now, in return, the United States is sending 1.5 million acre feet of water to Mexico from the Colorado River every year. So 1.5 million, 1.75 million, these are pretty close numbers there. But Mexico's only sending that much every 5 years. We're sending it every single year. Now, with drought conditions, Mexico's saying they can't give what they don't have. And this is straining conditions all over the place, all along the border, within Mexico, in areas like Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, the Four Corners region out there. And this is affecting, as we just saw, all the way up into areas like Idaho now as they extend this. They are saying that if this continues, the crops will be decimated. This will decimate the economy, all the jobs, and everything in between. And it seems this is what somebody wants in this battle, and we cannot let it happen. But this is being fought on multiple fronts, coming from different avenues. And I think it's time people pay attention to this and you start to do something to mitigate the damage. You maybe want to think about water catchment and things of that nature. And if you're even in a state that allows it, as crazy as that sounds, if you're in a state that allows you to survive. Yeah. Well, this is where we're at. Join me for the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, where I cover this and a whole lot more. And make sure to stop by my channels on X and on YouTube to see if I'm dropping anything fresh, because they're probably not going to send you a notification for my stuff. Much love, y'all.